Mark Klimek, Lecture 1, Acid-Base Interpretation. Focus, be a USRN, believe in yourself, pray and have faith in God. Acid-Base Interpretation. Remember the rule of the beast, bicarb, both, bolic. If the pH and the bicarb are both in the same direction, whether it is both up or both down, it's metabolic. If the pH and the bicarb are in opposite direction, or if the other one is normal, it's respiratory. Remember the normal values. Normal pH is 7.35 to 7.45. Bicarbonate is 22 to 26. For the bicarbonate, remember that 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. Example number 1. pH of 7.30 and bicarbonate of 20. And pH of 7.30, it is below normal, and bicarbonate is below normal. They are both in the same direction, yes, so it's considered as metabolic. Because remember, if the pH and the bicarb are both in the same direction, it is metabolic. Remember that this is down pH, so it's considered as acidosis. D is for decrease or down pH in the word acidosis. So the answer is metabolic acidosis. Metabolic because they are both in the same direction. Acidosis because it is down or low pH. Example number 2, we have pH of 7.58 and a bicarb of 32. pH of 7.58 is up or above normal, and bicarbonate of 32 is up. So they are both in the same direction, and it's considered as metabolic. It is alkalosis because it is up or high pH. A is for up, sounds like up pH or high pH. So the answer is metabolic alkalosis. Example number 3. We have pH of 7.22 and a bicarb of 30. pH of 7.22 is down or below normal. Bicarb of 30 is up or above normal. They are in opposite direction, so it's respiratory. Acidosis because D is for down pH or D is for decrease. The answer is respiratory acidosis. Example number 4. We have pH of 50 and bicarb of 25. pH of 50 is high and bicarb is within the normal range, but still they are in opposite direction, so it's considered as respiratory. Alkalosis because it has high pH or up, so the answer is respiratory alkalosis. Boards will not test your knowledge of list, they will test your knowledge of principles, but they will test you by having to generate list. In general, what do opioid pain meds do in principle to a person? They are CNS depressant. They sedate you. So board exam questions: how will you know if a patient who is taking opioid is getting too much? Select all that apply. It will test if you know that opioid analgesics are CNS depressants. You don't have to memorize all the signs and symptoms, or you don't have to generate list. What are you going to select? agitation or lethargy, placidity or spasticity, reflexes of positive 1 or positive 4, hyporeflexia or hyporeflexia, restlessness or obtunded. So the answers are lethargy, placidity, reflexes of positive 1, hyporeflexia, and obtunded. Let's define the words. Placidity, meaning calm or peaceful quality. Spasticity, condition in which there is an abnormal increase in muscle tone or stiffness of muscle. Obtunded, state similar to lethargy in which the patient has a lessened interest in the environment, slowed responses to stimulation. Restlessness, agitation, a state of anxiety or nervousness. Acid-base principles. As the pH goes, so goes my patient, except for potassium. So when pH goes up, all system in your body goes up. When pH goes down, system in your body goes down, except for potassium. Up pH or alkalosis. As the pH goes, so goes my patient, except for potassium. Signs and symptoms of alkalosis or up pH. When pH goes up, system in your body goes up. Irritability, hyperreflexia, positive 3 plus 4, tachypnea, tachycardia, borborygmi, or the increased bowel sounds, except for potassium. It's hypokalemia. Down pH or acidosis. As the pH goes, so goes my patient, except for potassium. Signs and symptoms of acidosis. When pH goes down, system in your body goes down. Hyporeflexia, bradycardia, lethargy, obtunded. Obtunded means one step more lethargic than lethargy. Paralytic ileus, coma. Except for potassium, it's hyperkalemia. Acid-base principles. What acid-base imbalance will most likely cease, and which one will most likely to have respiratory arrest? Alkalosis, seizure. Need suction machine at the bedside because they will seizure and aspirate. Acidosis, respiratory arrest. They need ambu bag at the bedside. Again, what acid-base imbalance will most likely cease, and which one will most likely to have respiratory arrest? Alkalosis, seizure. Need suction machine at the bedside because they will seizure and aspirate. Acidosis, respiratory arrest. It needs ambu bag at the bedside. MAC-Kussmaul. The only acid base to cause Kussmaul respiration is metabolic acidosis. Kussmaul breathing is a deep and labored breathing pattern. Your patient has respiratory acidosis. Select all that apply. 1. +1 reflexes. 2. Diarrhea. 3. Adynamic ileus. 4. Spasm. 5. Urinary retention. 6. Paroxysmal atrial tachycardia. 7. Second-degree Mobitz type 2 heart block. 8. Hypokalemia. Using the principle, as the pH goes, so does my patient except for potassium, the answers are +1 reflexes, adynamic ileus, urinary retention, and second-degree Mobitz type 2 heart block. In answering SATA or select all that apply, if you know that there's only 2 answers, you need to stop. Causes of acid-base imbalance. First, you need to ask, is it lung? Then it is respiratory. Second question you need to ask, are they overventilating or underventilating? Overventilating means alkalosis. Underventilating, it's acidosis. Causes of acid-base imbalance. Scenarios. Number 1. Woman is overzealously using her breathing technique during labor. From the word overzealously, it means up pH, so it is alkalosis. And is it lung? Yes, so it means respiratory alkalosis. Second scenario, we have child who is a victim of near drowning. Is it lung? Yes. Is it overventilating or underventilating? It's underventilating, so it's respiratory acidosis. Another scenario is patient has emphysema and air trapping. You need to ask if it's lung. Yes, so it's respiratory. Is it overventilating or underventilating? It is underventilating, so it is acidosis. The answer is respiratory acidosis. Ventilating doesn't mean respiratory rate. Ventilation has to do with gas exchange. Ventilating doesn't mean respiratory rate. Ventilation has to do with gas exchange. Pay attention to SaO2. It's not about the rate, but it's about the SaO2. Example. A person has pneumonia in 4 lobes of their lung. They're breathing 50 per minute and their SaO2 is 78 on 8 liters per mass. In this example, the breathing is fast, but their SaO2 is really low. So the person is underventilating because rate has nothing to do with it. If your SaO2 is good and your breathing is low, you are fine. But if your breathing is fast and your SaO2 is low, it means you are underventilating. Always pay attention to SaO2. Somebody is on a PCA pump. What acid-base imbalance will tell you that maybe they should turn it off? PCA pump depressed respiration. So respiratory acidosis will tell you that maybe you need to come off with the PCA pump. Example number 1. Patient had GI surgery. He has had an NG tube to low intermittent suctioning for 3 days. Answer, it's metabolic alkalosis because it's prolonged suctioning. Second example, we have patient had hyperemesis gravidarum. This is not a lung, so the answer is metabolic. Alkalosis because it's vomiting. Hyperemesis means vomiting. So the answer is metabolic alkalosis. Third example, we have patient who has hyperemesis gravidarum is now dehydrated. So the answer is metabolic acidosis. Because for everything else that is not a lung and not prolonged vomiting and suctioning, choose metabolic acidosis. Sample number 4, patient has acute renal failure. It's metabolic acidosis because it's not lung or vomiting or suctioning. Fifth example, infantile diarrhea. It's metabolic acidosis because it's not lung or vomiting. If you don't know what it is, choose metabolic acidosis. Ventilators. Know the alarms or alarm system. Know how blood gases articulate with ventilators. High pressure alarm. High pressure alarm is triggered by increased resistance to airflow. The machine is having to push too hard to get air into the lungs. There is resistance. High pressure alarm can be caused by 3 obstructions. First, kink tube. You need to unkink. Second, water in tube. Empty the tube. Third, mucus and airway. You need to turn the patient, instruct the patient to cough and deep breath before you do suctioning. Suctioning, the more you do it, there's more secretion, so just do it when necessary. Better do positioning, turn the patient, instruct the patient to cough and deep breathing. Click and drag. What are you going to do first if the high pressure alarm goes off? First, check for kinks and unkink it. Second, empty water out of tubing. Third, turn, cough, and deep breath. Fourth, suction. Ventilators regarding low pressure alarm. Low pressure alarm is triggered by decreased resistance to airflow and can be caused by disconnections. Low pressure alarm can be caused by disconnections of the first, tubing, so you need to reconnect it. Second, oxygen sensor tube. You need to reconnect it unless the tube is on the floor. Bag them and call RT if this happens. High pressure alarm is due to obstruction. Low pressure alarm is due to disconnection. Acid-base disorders. Respiratory alkalosis means the ventilator settings may be too high, over-ventilating. Respiratory acidosis means ventilator settings may be too low, under-ventilating. Sample question. The doctor says wind off vent in AM. The 6 AM ABGs show respiratory acidosis. What would you do? Answer: hold doctor's order. Never pick an answer where you don't do something, then somebody else does.